Okay,
When
I have a question as usual.
okay, it's Wednesday night, and this is the Essentials Group, and Alicia has a question. What you got?
Okay, what would you suggest about for choosing continuous lighting? I'm looking at getting some continuous lights, and I'm just kind of unsure as to what I should be buying. And
Well,
yeah, for
well, you have a good new camera, correct?
no, I don't have a good new camera. I have a so new camera. I have a Nikon D51 5100.
D
So
fifty one hundred.
it's yeah, it's just like a prosumer kind of camera.
Yeah, the challenge with that, I don't know that camera. Brett's a Nikon shooter. Brett, are you familiar with the 5100 for high ISO? I mean, can we comfortably go up
Not
to 800 ISO
exactly.
on that camera?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I think it's the 5200, 5300 probably boost that a little bit, but I'm not positive about that.
Okay.
It's not very good with high, so I can't go past like 400.
Okay. And see, what's going to happen is with your continuous light kits,
Mm-hmm.
um, if they're not powerful, and they're not, so many of them aren't, the ones that are
Uh,
affordable. I mean, you can get continuous light that's very powerful, but very hot and very expensive.
okay.
I'm thinking of, hold on for a second, I think it's called, have you ever heard of Cowboy Studios?
Yeah, I have quite a bit of stuff from them, but it's cheap.
Let's see, they have a really pretty good selection of lights at good price. Let's see what they got here. Uh, hmm. Am I seeing lights over here or not? Studio accessories. We'll go with that. Studio accessories. Not seeing anything there. Continuous lighting. Here we go.
Yep.
Um, Something like these video lights can work okay, but they're not real bright. Video doesn't need the
Yeah.
power that we need. So it doesn't look like they have a whole big selection anymore, does it, Brett? No, 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 no. Where do
No.
you normally get your stuff from, Alicia?
I got I shop at Amazon.
Amazon?
So
Let's check
that
it.
where you just were,
Yeah?
uh, there was a big fluorescent bulb there. You can get them on Amazon too. I think it's like an 85-watt
Yeah.
fluorescent bulb, and it's pretty bright, but it's not exactly cool either.
No, it's you start
But it's
getting where you're shooting people and stuff and it's just not enough power. Okay, here's a 1,000 watt. Now, are you going to shoot people with this or product or both, Alicia? Alicia,
Yeah, oh, sorry, I lost connection for a
your
second.
your audio is terrible. What happened?
I know, yeah. No, my husband was. I wasn't hearing properly, so he
I
just
cannot hear you.
said, "Hello."
I cannot hear you. Sounds like you were great for a while and then it just
Yeah.
faded. There you are. That's better.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Okay. Here you go. Right here, this Cowboy Studio 2. That's 2275.
Uh huh.
That's going to be okay at ISO 400 for you.
Okay.
If you can go up to 400. Um, but and this one's 1,000 watts right here. 1,000. I think you put multiple bulbs in there. I think that's what happened. Oh, this is
a thousand.
quartz.
That'll be fine.
So this is one of the hot ones.
Uh,
This is a
Hi,
very
Don. You
bright.
are you hearing me?
Yes, I am now.
Oh, okay. All right. Uh huh.
Yeah, this is the very hot one.
Okay.
Quartz digital.
Because I'm more looking at it for like exactly for this for product, not for people. So
For
it shouldn't be a
tabletops.
problem if it's hot.
Well, the yeah, hot really. I mean, if you're doing food and product and stuff, it's hot's even worse because you're
Oh,
down there
okay.
so close. I mean, you
Okay, okay.
physically are down right in the lights. Um, so something like that, something like this one might work out pretty well. You got a couple of lights, plus you got the little boom to get a light over the top.
Right, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, and these are compact fluorescents, so these aren't going to fry you.
Okay.
And for $217, if you use them for a year and sold them for 100,
Yeah.
you know,
That looks very good actually. It's a lot of
yeah,
stuff there for 217. Yeah.
yeah, three stands, a boom,
Yeah.
the weight, and three of those lights. You screw the
Three lights.
bulbs in. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, anytime you can get the light over the top of the set, that's a good
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So, oh, and
Yeah,
look,
yeah,
they've
great.
got
Thank you.
they got five
Oh,
bulbs
it's
in
quite
each one,
fancy. Yeah.
so you can just fire them all up or just fire one up. So
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah, I like this little setup. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
I
bad at
didn't see
all.
this. Yeah.
It's great for video. I know that. A friend of mine shoots it.
Okay.
He just loves it for video because it's so cheap. You go
Okay.
out on location, if something breaks, you don't have to go
Right.
to the
Yeah, it's not
insurance company. Because a lot of us get our stuff insured, but you don't want to make a claim if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you make a claim, they raise your rates. It just
Yeah.
happens.
I have another question.
Sure.
An odd thing happened recently where I was doing a shoot at an event. It's a birthday party, and so I set the lady down whose birthday it was, and there was a Christmas tree behind. So I say, okay, great, I'm gonna get a nice picture with her, and I'm gonna blow out the Christmas tree, and we'll get nice little twinkly lights and so on. But it just didn't happen. I tried my 118 to 105 lens, and I zoomed up, and it refused to blur the background. And I swapped that out and I put on my 35 millimeter, and I think it was like 1.8 maybe, or somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
And it just refused to blur the background. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why it just would not happen that
You
night.
you wanted to get a blurry background, or the lights didn't show
Yeah,
up at all?
I was trying to get a blurry background.
Well, how close was she to the Christmas tree?
She was about maybe what, 4 feet?
Oh yeah, nope, not gonna work.
Yeah.
You would have to
No.
be
Okay.
the only way to do that. You'd have to be way, way back with a
Uh huh.
very long lens,
Oh,
like a
okay.
200 f2 .8 might have blurred them out a
Okay.
little bit. Yeah, she's too close to it.
Oh, okay.
You said
Okay.
you had the 70 to 300.
No, 18 to 105.
105. Yeah, that's not gonna do it either.
Oh,
No,
okay.
because your 105 is probably what, a 4.5 or a 5.6.
Yeah,
Yep.
4.5.
Yep. 105, even a f2.8 would have not thrown that much
Right.
depth of field.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep. To get that, you need to get very long and very fast. The faster and longer, the better.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay. Oh,
and
well.
look at this. Here's a blast from the past, Mr. Reed Waters. How are you doing, Reed?
Uh, I'm doing okay. How you doing, Don?
I'm glad you said you're doing okay, because there for a minute I just thought your answer was I was gonna
Had to
say,
make sure I was working here.
I'm feeling the same. So
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Well, good to have you here.
Well, thank you.
Let's take a look at what we have here. Starting out with Steve Collins. Steve's not here. Steve is an alum of Project 52, and is a photographer in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and has been shooting for he's been shooting for a long time, but he's really been serious about it for about 3 years, I think, and really, really doing well there in Fredericksburg. Um, Steve, this is such a beautiful shot. Look how subtle the lighting is here and across the top. I do like this shot, and I really like your dual shot here, side by side. That's beautifully styled. I wish Steve was here so I could find out who styled that for him, because that is just perfection. Look at that sushi. Wow, that is just perfection. Steve is getting to be very, very tasty with his lighting. Um, He's coming off a job now where I think he has been shooting product daily for about 2 months, 2.5 months with a client, everything from big products to little tiny products. And it's been a huge, huge job. And he's just now winding it up. Of course, he had to fit other jobs in there as well. So he's been a busy boy. Steve, beautiful work. Absolutely stunning. Um, Great styling too, my friend. Great styling. Nicholas is here. Is not here. Interesting with the crayons here, or the what are those? Those are not crayons. For writing on chalkboards. Chalk. Looks like chalk. Interesting. I wish he was here so he could explain that to me, because I don't get that. Now, something about this shot looks off to me. It looks like the camera's tilted this way. It may be an optical illusion because of the way the sushi's sitting in here, but the whole thing has kind of a like falling off to the side feel to it. And I don't know that I like that very much, Nicholas. I do like your light and how nice this looks and how nice your chalk looks. I do like that. Something about the composition just feels like it's sliding to me. Now, this one does not feel that way. Okay, these are the sketches that he did. Fantastic. And here's the final. Okay, so those were just sketches. Okay, this is the final shot here then. Wow, that's cool. I don't know what that is. Some sort of blurry stuff. But this doesn't look like it's falling off. Real nice light. I don't know what you're doing with this, Nicholas. If that's steam, it looks like it's got a little bit of a sharp edge to it. So I don't understand that steam here. Does anybody else know what's going on here?
I'm figuring it's a wine glass he's capped over the sushi to look maybe like a fish in a bowl.
Okay.
I'm just guessing that's what it is. That's what I got from it anyway.
I think you may be right. That is a glass over the top. I totally missed that. I thought these were little like feathers or something coming up and moving. Okay.
No, it's a glass, yeah. And those are the reflections.
Neat. If they are reflections, I think what we need to do is we need to get some white cards over here to make that. See, what we're doing is I can just now see it. There's the edge of the glass over there.
Yeah.
And what we need to do here is Nicholas, what we need to do is we need to see that edge of the glass so that we can buy into the glass. We don't have to see anything else. We do have to see that edge. And rarely will you see shots where we've lost the edge. Now, how do you get that? You get a white card and you put it actually back here so that the angle of reflection on the edge comes to the camera. So this is an even angle of reflection, and it can be as wide as 2 inches. Just be a tiny little 2-inch strip. All we need is a little white line to define the edge of the glass. The light on the sushi looks very good, very good. Like that. Nicholas, good job. Bonzer Squad. Wow, beautiful. Look at the great propping here. Nicely done. Got the backlight coming here on the sushi right up here. Bonzer is another alum from Project 52 and is a part-time professional photographer in Santa Cruz, where I wouldn't be surprised if he shot this for a job. I know he had a couple of restaurants he was shooting for. So this is just really lovely, Bonzer. How you pulled all the detail through here. It looks lit, and this is one of the things that I want to stress on folks with lighting. We know this is lit. We have a wonderful feeling of backlight here. fantastic feeling of backlight. But what we didn't do is we didn't let the front of the food go dark. We had to bring it up because the food is the king. It's the reason we're making the photograph. We need to see the avocados and the onions and the other items that are in here. That looks like salmon or something that's in here. Need to see that. But at the same time, we get that nice little feeling of light on the top of this noodle here, and in the backlight of the leaf. That's really exquisite lighting. Steve Smith. All right, is Steve here today? No. We lost Mo. Mo was here and then he's gone. Steve, your light here on this shot is coming from, it looks to me like it's coming down and a little bit from the front, because I'm not getting any shadow cast forward from this or the bottle cap. Anytime we're shooting food like this, I'm not going to make a rule, because I don't believe in rules. It's not a rule. It's a rule of thumb. Let's get that light back just a little bit so we cast our shadows forward. The food will look better. The feeling of the food will look better. Rarely do we shoot anything on tabletop with the light forward, because it tends to flatten out the subject. And I can see there's a specular here in the glass. We do have a nice highlight down the side, so it looks like you got a fill card over there somewhere. Nice little highlight down the side. And the sushi is lit from above, but it's just I can see the sushi's here, and then we've got the specular from the light right on the front here. And actually, we would want that specular to be back on the back of it instead of in front of it. So you need to get your light up over the top. A mini boom, some PVC pipe, anything that you can get it over the top. So that'll make a much better lit shot. Oh, okay. And Norbert built his own sushi, which looks pretty fun. Nicely done, Norbert. Wow, good light. There's a streak going back here that's really kind of cool. Just breaks up that background. I wish he was here tonight to tell us if that was Photoshop or if he's got a little something going on back there. But it's right through the center of this sushi, so it really brings the sushi out. Brings that out very well. I love the light on the rope here, Norbert. This is so subtle. Got a nice little highlight here. Do you see it, folks? Right here. And we've got a nice little highlight up here on the rope down here. This is a small item, and yet little subtleties like that are what sell it to the eye. We don't have to take it apart and dissect it for lighting. Our eyes pick it up immediately. It's how we know when we look outside that it rained overnight. We see the streets wet or just something's a little bit damp. We don't have to go and find out from the weather department if it rained. We know. We just know because our eyes pick it up that fast. The reflection. Looks to me like he's got he's got at least one big soft light. And then adding a special. Huh?
Don, he has his lighting set up below.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So he's got that's that streak on the back. That's his main fill light there, and there's that special coming in here, giving us that pizzazz right along the rope here. Cool. Okay. Shot an SB26 through a diffuser. All right. Cool.
Me know.
Alicia.
Yeah, me.
Alicia. Okay, and you went with all black surface. Very, very popular for sushi. Now, did you light this from the front,
Yeah.
Alicia? You did.
I know.
You did. And
It was natural light coming from the front.
Mm-hmm. and you know
and
what?
I had a video light. Uh-huh.
That light works good from the front, but we're missing the one from the back. It's all when I
Oh,
look at
okay.
it, I'm thinking, oh, the flash didn't fire, the back one didn't
Okay.
fire, because your light in front,
Okay.
that's exactly what I would do with it. You got
Uh-huh.
nice edges right in here, got nice little highlights right in here. We could probably in Photoshop bring that rice up a little bit brighter, because if take
Okay.
your mind away from it, because your mind's making it white. Take your brain away and
Okay.
look at it, and it's very gray. We want it to
Okay.
be white, so we can bring that up in Photoshop a little bit. Exposure may have helped just a tad, but what we're missing is the sushi's fading off into the black, and
Okay.
back here, one speed light. What? And this, you say this was window?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, a mirror, because this isn't a very big plate of sushi, right? It's about
No.
a foot
Mm-hmm.
long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
Yeah.
a mirror, like a makeup mirror. You know, could have taken enough
Uh-huh.
light from the window and just hit the back of these guys to give us an edge. Just that light that
Okay.
edge up to make it stand out.
Okay.
All right. How was the sushi? Did you eat it?
No, I dumped it as soon as I finished.
Ah, yeah. If it
it's
takes a long
it's
time to do the shot, I just read where you said 4 hours.
well,
Yeah, if it's taking you 4 hours to do the sushi, probably a good idea not to eat it. Yes.
yeah, but it's a good idea not to eat it at all. It doesn't appeal to me at all. So
Ah, okay.
it was destined for the bin anyway.
Well, I'm a wimp when it comes to sushi. All I ever eat's like the shrimp
Okay.
and the avocado rolls, which is avocado or California rolls, avocado, shrimp, and
Okay.
rice. I'll eat that.
Right.
It's that raw stuff
Okay.
that starts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I, why waste a perfectly good fire and eat it raw? This shot's better. We do
Uh-huh.
have. I don't know if you noticed it. You see the little right there.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Or I'm trying to figure it out. Is that it? Light
The
bouncing off
sticks.
that? Yeah.
The sticks are
Wow.
bright, and they're and
Okay.
the edge of that sushi, because it's shiny. It's
Okay.
kind of got a bit of a nice gloss to it. Is picking
Yeah,
up
I
that
put some
right
caro
there.
syrup on it.
Yep,
Yeah, to kind of. Yeah.
yep. So it's picking up the stick. So you can see when I was saying what you needed
Yeah.
back here wasn't
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
white card,
Yeah.
silver
Yeah.
card, mirror, something like that.
Right.
Good. Well, I'm glad you spent 4 hours on it, because um, you learned. I'm sure you learned a tremendous amount
Yeah,
playing
most
around with it.
definitely. Yeah.
Yep. Now the next time somebody comes over with sushi, whip it around and put the light behind it,
Right.
and put a big fill card in front and see what you got.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Cool.
you.
All right. Cool. And Reed.
Yeah,
Wow. You know,
I wasn't real happy with it.
um, it's for me. I think it's because everything. It's First of all, let's start out with this. It's not bad. Certainly not bad. Um, I think you got back too far to shoot all of the sushi. Okay. So we've got the edge of the
Uh huh.
plate. We've got all this space around here. And the reality is, right here is your shot. Right
Okay.
in there. And I would have moved these. Those look like some sort of California type rolls. Moved them in a little tighter,
Yeah.
a little bit. Boy, that's a lot of green stuff. Have you ever eaten this green stuff?
Oh yeah.
That's a
There wasn't much left when we finished the hero.
ah, yeah. I was at a wedding once where the mother of the bride was really, really bombed, and someone delivered sushi, and she took a shrimp and dug it into the green stuff like it was avocado dip, and before anybody
Oh
could
no.
stop her, she put it in her mouth and swallowed it, and we had to call
Oh.
paramedics. Literally had to
Oh
call the
jeez.
paramedics. Yeah. Yeah, she thought she was going to die. We all thought she was going to die. I mean, she was, sweating, and she couldn't breathe, and she was convulsing, and um, yeah, she had.
I was hoping to get a little more definition on the rice, but I no matter what I did, I couldn't get it much better than what it is.
Did you use what did you use for your fill in front?
Uh, I had had speed light dialed at
Okay.
about 1/40th, about a foot away.
Okay.
Well, it was about 45-degree angle above it.
Did you get did the rice dry out? Were you able to keep it moist?
It was pretty moist.
Was it? It's still
Yeah,
not.
it did take me 4 hours,
It's still not
but
getting.
that was just because I got fed up.
Yeah, we're
But
still not getting a specular off the rice. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what we needed. Is that?
well, that might.
Yeah, just a little
Yeah,
bit of a specular. Yeah, but I like the way the light feels coming from the top because you've got a nice, looks good on the top of this thing right here. Looks really nice
hmm
on the top of the meat. But you're right, the rice just is kind of mushy,
yeah.
mushy in there. Yeah. Well, keep at it, buddy. Keep at it.
Okay.
Yeah, um, I think food is something that you should work on. It's starting to get cold back there, and
Yeah.
going outside. I was talking to another photographer today who lives up in Copenhagen, um, and saying, there's a time when you just have to say, if I'm going to keep shooting, I can't be going outside when it's 28 degrees below zero and shooting portraits all day. It's just not going to happen. And food gives you that opportunity to shoot, there where it's warm, and also to have a something in your portfolio that is a marketable thing. So keep after it.
Yeah. I plan it.
Good, excellent. And Hanson, is Hanson here today?
I'm
Yeah,
here. Can you hear me?
Melissa. Yes, Melissa. I love your light.
Oh, it's just sunlight. It's just
That,
the
that's
window.
that's fine. It's beautiful. Look at the great feeling. I mean, the feeling here is that the light is so nice and so um, romantic and warming. It's actually blowing out the back right here, and
Yeah, it
that's
that really is blown out.
yep, that is fine. That is in this type of photography, that is just fine because your sushi isn't blown out. But that's what's important. Looks like you've got a white card up front.
Yep, I've got a white card. I've got a tiny mirror that's hitting that roll in front, and then a white card kind of in front and on top.
Okay. Okay. Kept the detail and nice pop in this one. Love the light. This is the reflection
That's
of
the
the
mirror.
sunlight. This is the mirror here.
That's the mirror doing that.
Oh, where's the mirror?
Lower left in front.
In front
Right,
of
yeah, it
this?
scoots right through there.
Oh, so it's on the other side of this.
No, it's the mirror's in front, but on the left.
Got it. Okay. And our sunlight is where? It's coming
Um,
this way or this way?
it's on the left, coming from the top
Okay.
and the left.
So you're catching some of the sunlight on the other side of this picture and
Right.
bouncing it this way.
And I'm bouncing it at that little one in front. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, look at the feeling is that it's from back here because there's a little bit right here on this shiny edge, right? And it's a
Yeah,
little.
that might be the sunlight.
Yep, I'm sure that's the sun. That edge is like glossy enamel, so it's gonna
Yep.
reflect anything. So the feeling of it is that that light is like a shaft of lights catching this little sushi up front. Very nicely done. Probably could have used. Probably could have come down a little bit on your angle, just a little bit, because this is not a tangent quite
Oh,
yet,
okay.
but we are really close. I would love for
Yeah.
this sushi to bust through that round plate just a little more.
I was thinking about that roll breaking that curve, but it'd be better if it did it more.
Yes, it has to break it a little bit more than that to have that organic feeling to it. And then the other thing, of course, is that this space right here, I wish this space wasn't so big.
Gotcha.
But I'm not sure if it's because this is just keeping them apart. Probably right up to the picture. Great to have the little blue things, and this is great. This is wonderful to add these up here, crop them, and all it does is keep the eye from wandering, and we come back. And when our eye goes up and in, we come back. Very cool. Nicely done. Nicely done,
Thank you.
everybody. Everybody learned a lot. Everybody got to shoot raw fish. Even though I don't think Alicia's ever going to go buy it again.
You could be very sure of it.
It is an acquired taste. Very good. All right. Wonderful. Good set of images, folks. This sushi is not easy. Next week, glassware. I made it very simple. Glassware,
Yeah.
stemware, perfume bottle, anything. Just glassware.
Okay.
Keep it simple and keep it
Mhm.
clean. And that's the whole
Okay.
goal of it next week is a very clean
Okay.
glass stemware.
Well, that's good for me. I just spent like the whole week, like 2 weeks ago, I spent the whole week shooting only that. So
Oh,
let me
good.
see what let me see what you think. I'm gonna
See what you come up with.
I'll have some experience under my belt.
Yep, absolutely. And the week after that, I have us shooting
Sunset,
Sunset
sunrise.
Reflected. Now, this
Yep.
is where, this is that kind of assignment you get, and you think, and you know, the art director hangs up, and you sit there and you realize you're shaking because you go, what the hell is he talking about? Please, somebody tell me what he's talking about. And that's the thing.
Okay.
The client is somebody using is your, you know, maybe it's a pharmaceutical company that says is this, you know, is the sunset of your retirement, is it
Right.
fading?
Okay.
Want it revealed, that sunset revealed in a reflection somehow. So anything
Okay.
from the sun coming up over the water to the sunrise or sunset reflected in a, it could be reflected in a coffee cup, you know, in a
Okay.
still life, right?
Okay.
So everybody put your thinking caps on, put your creative caps on, and work real hard on that one. That'll be
Okay.
fun to see what y'all come up with.
Yep.
All right. So you're shooting Nikon, Alicia.
Yep. That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Melissa, are you shooting Nikon or Canon?
I've got a D50-100. That's the only body I've got.
So you're Nikon
That's my
as well.
camera. That's the same one. Yeah.
Yay.
Okay.
But I'm getting rid of that real soon. I can't. I'm embarrassed.
Let me share something with you in just a second. I know Brett is a Nikon shooter. Reed, are you Nikon or Canon?
Nikon D7000.
Oh, you guys, have you
Okay.
seen this?
The retro camera?
Oh my God.
What's that?
Yeah.
You don't hear me. You don't hear me going gaga over gear very often. Reed and Brett will remind you of that. But here it is.
Yep.
This is Alicia. Do you remember the Nikon F3?
No.
That was probably the flagship, the best Nikon camera ever made.
Really? Okay.
And they have brought back kind of that feel. Look at this camera. Apparently,
So
apparently the camera is stripped way down. The commercials are just pure genius. I wonder if I can find the darn commercials here. Brett, you got a link for the commercials for me? Let me know.
Petapixel has them.
Petapixel?
They're all.
Yeah.
If you scroll down, they're all right there.
Oh, they're all here?
Yeah. You just go if you just go to the main Nikon rumors page and you scroll
I am.
down.
I am
yeah,
there.
If you scroll down and they're all in sequence there, reverse order, I guess.
Okay. Keep going down.
There were some other.
Here we go. Here we go. This
Okay.
pure photography video teaser. The idea that I'm getting from this thing is that this is a stripped down camera, so it's not going to have all the bells and whistles and crap that gets in the way.
right.
Check
I
out
find
this-
they could do it on video. I don't know why they insist on improving video on these cameras because
I don't even think that
I mean, as far
video's in
as
this camera.
that'll make my day.
I don't think video. As far as I've heard, it's going to be shutter speed, aperture, ISO, and it's a camera.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
Yeah, in the 2 years I've had mine, I think maybe I've shot a minute and a half of video.
Yep.
Exactly. And how much money did you pay for it, you know?
And,
Yeah.
and it's a hybrid, so it's mirrorless, no mirror,
Okay.
no shutter flying back and forth. So
Uh-huh.
it's going to be less expensive than
Right.
cameras with mirrors and stuff because making a mirror that flops out of the way for a 1/8,000th of a second exposure
Right.
is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And it's
And
full
now,
frame. It's a full.
I heard it was going to be optical and electronic, the viewfinder.
It may be.
I don't know how it's going.
It
Yeah.
it may be, but I know it's mirrorless. So
Yeah.
It's got a D4 sensor in it.
yeah,
It has crazy ISO capability.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I sure like that shutter sound.
I do too, and it's really interesting. Um, so hang on, Alicia, before you go buy
Yeah.
something. Some people were saying 3,000 for the body, but a
Okay.
lot of people were out yesterday and today saying no, they're pretty sure it's going to be under 2.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
worth waiting on. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it supposedly takes every Nikon lens ever made.
That was my next question. Yeah.
So I imagine that those really cheap Nikon manual focus lenses up on eBay are going to
Right.
start flying off the shelves.
Yeah. Okay.
Get
I'm gonna
them
start
now
stocking
while
up
they're still
right
cheap.
now. Yeah.
So
Because I was thinking of getting the 7100 because, well, it's a step up on mine, and that's like 1100, 1200 or something like that.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, and but if you could
Yeah.
wait a little longer and save up
Yeah.
another 5 and pick up a full frame, it might be
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Makes
behooving to.
sense. Yeah. If that's the difference, even
Um,
if it's $1,000 difference, it'll be worth it to wait.
We've been told that the focus inside, you still
Uh-huh.
have the little focus points, but if you're on a
Uh-huh.
manual lens, you choose
Uh-huh.
the focus point, and as it comes into focus, that little focus point will light up.
Oh,
So
okay.
you have to twist it, but you still have the focus assist
Right.
inside the
Assistance there.
viewfinder.
That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about it because my story is, I have 13 Nikon lenses here,
Okay. So
old.
you want somebody to put them on?
Yeah, I mean, these are old manual focus lenses, and I held on to them. I thought, well, my daughter will have a really
Yeah.
cool kit after I changed to Canon, and
Right.
she, digital came out of left field. We never saw it coming.
Wow.
There we go. We've got the digital, and she doesn't have it. So I started to sell them off. I did actually
Right.
sold 2 of them, and went, oh wait a minute, I'm going to keep them. I'll just keep them for nostalgia's sake. And now all I got to do is buy a body.
Yeah, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
You're gonna switch back to Nikon, or you're gonna hang on to the Canon?
Yep. Well, I love my Canons.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens next. One of these camera companies ought to get smart and make a back for some of these cameras, like the EOS
Mhm.
cameras. Why doesn't Canon make a back? You go
What do you
down.
mean a back?
You've got the back. The back of the camera opens up to put film in, right?
Oh, okay. All
So why
right.
can't
Yeah.
you just go buy a back that you put on your Canon that's got a sensor where the film was?
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Right.
it
Right.
might be a little bit heavier, a little bit more bulky, but you'd still. I mean, all I want is a camera that's got a shutter, aperture, ISO. That's it.
Exactly. That's all I want.
That's it. I don't need custom functions and
Presets or whatever they call it. Scenes.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever used any of the modes on my camera,
Yeah,
but I do
exactly.
aperture, shutter, and manual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Nikon won't disappoint. So we'll have to see. So
Next Monday night, I think, is the announcement. It's
Yes.
Tuesday in Europe, but it'll be
November
sometime
5th.
Monday night.
We'll see it on November 5th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right there.
And that's what they're
Just a few
saying.
days away.
Pure photography. Pure photography. That's what they're saying. Which makes
Yeah.
me think they're not going to have video in it. They're
Yeah.
not going to have all the custom function crap and all that stuff. It's just going to be a simple camera, mirrorless, small, and in that retro body style that looks very reminiscent of the F3. So
Okay.
count me in. I haven't even seen it, and I want one.
I'm ready to pre-order now.
And let me tell you something. Do they still make those 3200s? Melissa, do you know if they make the 3200 still? 3400 maybe?
What's that?
No, I don't know.
A Nikon?
Nikon.
The Nikons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do.
It's right. If you look on your right and you look like fourth item down on your right hand side, you'll see it listed.
3200 and 5300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is the 3200, is the 5300 the new version of the 3200?
A new version of
I
the
don't think-
5200.
Okay.
It'll be
The
it goes
3200,
5,000, yeah.
this is the one, this is the 24 megapixel. This is that 24 megapixel crop frame, right?
I don't know this. I know the 7,000.
It's cropped, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Not
it's
sure if it's that one or the 52.
The 3200 is like the entry level.
Yeah, I think that's even lower than mine.
yes, but
My
5100.
5100.
Yeah, I don't know the 51, but I will tell you this, that my buddy has the 3200.
Uh-huh.
I'm always teasing him. He bought the red one.
Uh-huh.
And, my God, that thing makes an amazing photograph.
Really? Okay.
Oh, jeez.
But that's like mine is supposed to be better than that, so and I don't
Yeah.
like mine.
Yeah. So, if you've got the one that's better, then stick with that. And when
Yeah,
you
it's depressing that the entry level cameras have more pixels than mine does now.
You have the 7,000. That's how many pixels? you have
It's
16?
16.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
mine too. 16. Yeah.
well, 16 is all you need. Really, it's all you need. You get into
I know. That's what everybody says. But
I know, and then you know what? They go out and buy Canon 5Ds, and
well, the 5D Mark III is only 20, right? Is it 20 or 22? I don't know. Something like
what
that.
the cost?
The 5D Mark III, yeah.
No, that's pushing to 3,000 for the body.
No, yeah, but I was talking about the pixel count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
alright.
I think it's two.
They have two. There's one that's 21 and one that's 36, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the new rumor for Canon is that the 5D Mark IV or whatever else this new camera is that they're bringing out in that same price range will be 42 megapixels.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, that'll
Wow.
be interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, they got to beat the D800 a little bit.
Yeah, that's they're getting into this race of insanity. Believe me. Well, anyways, that's the thing. Thanks everybody for coming. And if there's another question, I'll take it. If not, we'll see you next week. Shooting some glass.
I got one, Don.
Yeah.
Let's read.
Yeah.
Have you posted the ones for your review of like 28 and 29?
29 did not. 29 is when GoToWebinar was changing over and the file was corrupted, but everything else should be there.
Oh, okay. Of course, I had a picture of that one, but I had to work that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
Just I cannot get it. It will not convert. It's just a raw whatever the GoToWebinar file is, and it will not convert. So as soon as I hit
shit.
that I'm done tonight, then it comes up and I can convert the video, but I can't do it. So all right.
Thank you, Don.
You're very welcome. I will see you
Thanks
guys
a lot.
next week.
Thank you. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
All righty. Bye bye.
Goodbye.